Good morning and happy Wednesday, everybody. Down here in the Tri-State Traffic Show Traffic Center. Welcome to the big broadcast here for a Wednesday, and it is definitely has a fall feel to the air. And I don't think that this is only the beginning. I think later on in the week it's going to feel even cooler than this, which is going to be very, very nice throughout our area. It's amazing how the weather really changed yesterday from, early in the morning when we were on the, 24 hours ago when we were on the air where it was humid. It was kind of a sticky feel outside. It was still into the mid 70s or so. It was just kind of ugh. The air was really heavy. You can almost carve it out with a knife. But then those winds kind of changed, and you could almost feel the front coming through by late afternoon, 3, 4, 5 o'clock. Started to dry out a little bit, started to get really nice, a little bit of a breeze. You could sit outside. So definitely the winds of change had come through. Was that a Scorpion song? I think it was, right? But anyway, we are up and running here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We're going to try the Twitter thing again. See if we get viewers on Twitter here this morning. So we're up and running now for the September the 14th. 2022. We have a new member of the team. We're going to head to the Weather Center at 7:15. James Gause is our meteorologist in training for today. So put your hands together and give him a warm welcome when we see James coming up at 7:15 from the Rutgers Weather Center and the Weather Watcher Club. So this is really exciting stuff that we're seeing some of John's other colleagues joining the broadcast. So I'm super excited for this partnership, and it is really just outstanding. So see James here in about 13 minutes or so. He'll be ready to go at about 7:15 here this morning. All right, so let's do this. Our half hour is sponsored by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. As you've been long members of this broadcast, know that is the best place in the land to get the best ice cream. All right, so with that said, let's get to the action here this morning. 7:02 is our time. Let's do this. Let's just try a little something different here now. Not leave me up in the corner there for a second. See if that increases the watch capacity or whatever this social media stuff is, right? So anyway, let's do this now. We've got some trouble here at the George Washington Bridge. That just coming in now this morning. Just so we started the broadcast, big broadcast. Let's see here now. Hopefully you can hear me. I don't know. The audio on my end seems a little low, but you tell me for my friends watching out on YouTube, how does it sound? So the George Washington Bridge, the lower roadway has got an accident there. That's not good. 295 north in West Deptford by 21. 2 lanes are closed there. 280 east, just off the Stickle Drawbridge in Newark. We got a lane shut. 287 north at 14. In Bridgewater, a lane down. And then 202 south of Corey Avenue in Morristown. All lanes are shut. So let's do this one first, because I know there's a camera there on 287. Let's dial that in, dial it up, and see what we've got. We want 287. I got a feeling it's going to be just, oh no, there it is. So there's the northbound side. So just north of 22. I had to take a guess. The left lane is probably shut. I think that's what they said. Yeah, left shut. So right now, we're not seeing much in the way of volume behind it at 28. Wow, look at that sun glare. That's wicked. Oofa. So it's not a horrible ride just yet. Again, just happened. Wow, that sun glare is full effect. Full throttle on that sun glare. So bring along those shades for the ride. Let's go 280 east here. Camera. Well, it's right before the Stickle Drawbridge, pardon me. So let's see if this camera at 21 works. Doesn't show us anything other than the normal morning rush hour, and looks like they try to move the camera here at 6th Street in to try to take a look. That's east that heads away, but so if it's in there, it's in there somewhere prior to McCarter Highway in Newark. So let's go to the cameras here. I don't think there's any cameras along this stretch of 295. And well, I'm wrong. They must have just added this camera. There it is. Wow. Wow. Let's see here now. Which way is that going? South? North. Camera. So this is north here coming towards us. You can see it's all the one vehicle spun. Hopefully everyone is okay in this collision. This is also 130. So 130 and 295 are that's where they join up here this morning. But we're fairly heavy into that area at Delaware Street. So an exit 21, 10 minutes worth of time there, just depending on how long they have to spin that vehicle around. I don't know if I'm looking right in the camera. I am, but I think the microphone is in the way. Add microphone. So yes, all right. So we'll watch for that. Broken down vehicle on the turnpike in a roadway north of 14. That's not good there. Let's bring up the cameras. Let's see what we got. Figure I'll leave me on camera here. Maybe that'll inspire somebody to watch. My fat pumpkin head. Oh. Let's just go to the maps. I think it's just easier now. So the northbound turnpike is jacked here in the 14 with that car lane disabled. Watch for that. Let's go to that Hudson River crossings map. Between 45 and an hour here at the George and a half an hour at the Lincoln and about 20 or so at the Holland. Again, because of the lower roadway with this crash being reported here. Unfortunately, I do not have any cameras in that location. So 7:07 is the time. You're watching the Tri-State Traffic Show, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Join us here in the chat room. Let us know my regulars that watch us. Just let me know how the audio sounds. I think it looks pretty good on my end, but it was just to change some settings this morning. I just want to make sure that we're still in pretty good shape. Eastbound 3. This is all sun glare here. This is all going to be sun glare going east of 21. So you really just have nowhere to go with that. Parkway, typical volume here at 136 up to 140, and then heavy 142 all the way up the line into 145. This eastbound 280 is heavy here because of the crash before the stickle. Eastbound 78 is heavy with a ton of sun glare. I mean, it is wicked out there. Getting onto the Bay Extension, the Skyway is jammed all the way across the span. I'd say probably to the Holland is probably roughly about 30 or so minutes from the Skyway. The Bay Extension is the better ride once you get past this mess here. Look for that. Go back to 4 208 17, still in good shape. 80 heading east here at 19. A little sun glare, a little more sun glare into just before the Parkway. Watch for that. And then we're definitely seeing the sun glare delays here along 80 from exits 27 straight over to 35 with some heavy traffic there. Southbound 15 also crowding here at Route 80 this morning. 287 still playing nicely here through Bergen, Passaic, Morris, Somerset counties. East on 70, some sun glare there, getting we'll say into Old Wick Road in that area. And there's your northbound crash on 287 right in here. 287 building some more volume at exit 5. And then this parkway getting up out of Monmouth County, passing the Bon Jovi rest area, all the way up to the Driscoll Bridge is heavy. We haven't really seen this in quite some time. And then a heavy ride heading up and exiting here at 129 for the Turnpike. Outer Bridge into Staten Island is a bit busy. 18 both ways here. Edgeboro is picking up traffic. The Turnpike is cruising along nicely. So is Route 1 206 out to Flemington 202 is fine until you get north into Raritan, Branchburg, up towards First Avenue, getting up into the Somerville traffic circle. Frenchtown, that looks good. Let's see here now. 295, 195. Again, all is fine except for 195 now going east. There's a crash here at 138. Let's see here. The cameras, I don't think that there's anything there, but let's see. Boy, that sun glare is just stiff. 9, there's nothing there. 138. We could try the Parkway here at 98. 195. I don't think this is going to see anything. It's sitting in the toll plaza. Yeah. So, all right. So there is definitely something happening here east on 195 at 138. Route 70, Route 9, we're all in good shape there. So is 35. The Turnpike is fine. 5542, we are busy in the typical spots there. This is that crash in West Deptford into exit 21 heading north. Got to be aware of that. AC Expressway is fine. 295 Delaware Memorial Bridge, that is in good shape. And 5549, there's really not much down here most of the time. Wildwood, Cape May, Avalon, Seattle City, Ocean City, Atlantic City, Route 9, the Parkway is good. All right, friends, 7:12 is our time. Welcome you to the Tri-State Traffic Show. Let us know where your dialing is in from this morning. Let us know how your morning is going. We're checking out our New Jersey customers here. We're going to stick with this until the break at 7:15. I'm going to send it over to John Gause in the Weather Center in a moment. 11 Trenton departure canceled with equipment availability. Okay. The coastline arrival in the Long Branch is 20 there. Light rail here in the Brick City is canceled. Operator availability from Silver Lake. Riverline 627 departure Trenton is canceled. Let's go to Path now. Run down the numbers for you. Come on. Let's go. That was from yesterday, so everything is in good shape there. Let's give us the freshest numbers here at the about between 45 to an hour at the George, a half an hour at the Lincoln, at least 20 to 30, even though that only says 19. The Skyway, for some reason, is really jacked up, heading up and into Jersey City out of Kearney. Look for that. But, this Parkway here is banged up. Let's just take a look at that Parkway camera at 129. Let's see here. 129. Wow, look at that. That many people getting onto the Turnpike? Wow. It's crazy how much traffic is getting onto the Turnpike. Is that popular of a route? Okay. They're back. Let's go to the Turnpike camera. Let me check it out at 11. Just in the chance that something happened here at the plaza, I think some of it's just sun glare. That would be traffic going this way, getting onto TPKE, the Turnpike, the Pike. North of 11. Let's see here. Oh, was a lane closed here? What is that about? What's going on there? Some kind of construction? Okay, so it's not sun glare. Oh boy. Oh boy. That one's not working. What is going on there? Go incidents. I know it's 7:15. We're gonna head to headed over to James in a moment, but I want to check construction because that is kind of ridiculous the way that's set up there. Turnpike. Okay, so here, long-term construction on the Turnpike outer roadway northbound entrance ramp at 11. The right lane is shut until further notice. Okay, so that's what that is there. Um, hmm, interesting. Oh boy. All right, so we will stay on top of that here in the traffic center. All right, so 7:15 now is our time. Let's go to the weather center and hands together and let's welcome James Gause from the Weather Watcher Group, coming in from Rutgers University and the studios of Rutgers. James is one of our new members to the team, so let's put our hands together and give James a round of applause. All right, James, here we go. Let's set it over to you in the Weather Center. Good morning, James.
Hi, Don. I'm Weather Watcher James Gause here at the Rutgers Weather Watcher studio. Looking at some headlines for today, we've got clear skies tonight and no more rain for the rest of the week and into the weekend. The weather is going to stay mild for the rest of the week as well as autumn approaches. Looking at your morning commute, we've got clear in the morning, followed by clear in the evening on your way home from our lovely dashboard view. Looking at today's highs, we are going to hit the low 80s, so AC in the car may be necessary on the way home, but you might be able to avoid it on the way in. We're going to look at the lows on Wednesday. It's going to start out nice and cool. If you're getting an early start to your day, 5, 6 in the morning, right when the sun rises, you're going to have a pleasant drive, even with the windows down. I'd do it. It's beautiful weather for that. Be sure to follow us on social media. This has been James Gause from the Rutgers Weather Watcher Studio.
All right, James. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Let's welcome James again to the broadcast. Nice job, James, there from the Weather Watcher studio in Rutgers. So we'll see James here again coming up at 7:45. All right, so our half hour here is sponsored by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. Beautiful historic Cranford, New Jersey, 22 North Avenue West, to 908-272-3000 is the number. Go to his website, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com, once again for more information. You can see all this wonderful ice cream. If you're a regular watcher of the broadcast, we've been talking about Ralph and his wonderful ice cream shop since day one. Peach and mango. We've got blood orange, also lemon sorbet, the pillowy soft cotton candy that Anna and her daughter are big fans of. Party cake, cookie dough. I mean, he's got something for everybody. Grasshopper. He has the staple 3, vanilla chocolate strawberry. So, just amazing stuff here from the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. He also has these wonderful, let me bring up the photograph. He has these wonderful flying saucers and chipwiches. So just delicious stuff across the board. Just kind of that classic ice cream sandwich, which is just fantastic. Oh, looks so good. I haven't eaten breakfast yet. It's just, looks very, very tempting, right? Very, very tempting. He has a lot of other options as well for those friends who are maybe, have issues with dairy. He has the, which are dairy free, which are those sorbets I mentioned. He has the pineapple raspberry whip, which is dairy free as well. He has also the soft serve ice cream. He's got frozen yogurt. He's got some sugar free options. So there is a lot to choose from here at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. You can see some of the sandwich boards there with just some of the offerings that are there for your perusal and for your tasting there. Once again, at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, these wonderful ice cream cakes, a small round, a large round serves about maybe 10, 12 people or so. How generous you are on the cut. and a sheet cake all the way up to a monster 40-person sheet cake. Wow, that thing must weigh like 12 pounds. I'm still waiting to see what one of those looks like. So head on over to, oh, let me show you the toppings here as well. Some of the peanut butter and marshmallow sauce, and also the wonderful sprinkles, M&Ms, Reese's Pieces, you name it. He's got it to put onto your Sunday. So please head over to Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. 908-272-3000 is the phone number. And 22, located at 22 North Avenue West in historic Cranford, New Jersey. Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery.com is the phone number. It's not the phone number, it's the website. Wow, I'm dialed out here this morning. Is the website, I should say, for more information. All right, so we thank Ralph for sponsoring the show. Let's go to New York City now here at 721. Again, you can see the sun glare really taking full effect here first at the Outer Bridge Crossing, and then again north on 440 Arden Avenue, the Staten Island Expressway. It's end to end right off the Goethals, straight over to the Verrazano, all of its sun glare. Nothing being reported. East on the Belt is heavy into Bay 8th. Inbound Gowanus is heavy here at 39th Street. And I feel like, no, nothing happening. But maybe something happened there because it just goes from yellow, orange to green. Then typical stuff getting onto the BQE both ways here at the Brooklyn Bridge. The Belt going west at Flatbush is now heavy. More traffic here west on the Belt from Sunrise Highway into Cross Bay. Battery Tunnel is about 10 minutes or so. Midtown Tunnel looking at 15 to 20, about 10 at the Ed Koch. Let's see, east side, west side. East side is busy right at the RFK down to 96th Street. What else is new there? Right off the George is heavy onto the west side. Let's continue here now. South on the BQ is heavy from Queens Boulevard all the way down to the Williamsburg. West on the LIE looks like we may have a hit there. So let's see what that is. Right here. Deegan ramps to, oh, let's see. That is going to be the eastbound cross Bronx here this morning. As we dial into the Major Deegan, dealing with that. Let's see. A collision. Let's see what we got here now. There it is with this Amazon Prime truck, and I think there's another vehicle in front of it. So that's onto the ramp. So that's another part of the reason why the George is all banged up this morning. As you can see it right here, really jacked. It'd be nice if they were to change that camera. So yeah, so that is something there, not new, but it's active situation. Good morning, everyone. We're on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter this morning, so come join us here at 7:23. We'll be going to 9 a.m. with the broadcast. Let's see what this LIE crash. Let's see, is it down here? Eastbound side is just wicked. That sun glare. Oh, where is this accident? Come on now. There it is over here, but it's more like on the service road, per se. Okay. Right there. I mean, look at the damage here on this Grand Central going west is just drilled south of the LIE all the way out to City Field. And then I think the Mets may have lost again last night. Yankees won, though, in 10 innings in Boston. Judge had 2 home runs last night, so he was at 57. So he's 4 away for the tie with, it's got to be only about, what's today? Today is the 14th. 16 days left in the 16. There's like 20. There's maybe 18 to 20, maybe 20 games at best that are left. So he's got 4 for the tie, 5 to take the lead, 62. Um, yeah, so exciting stuff there in the Bronx. Um, Whitestone right straight through to the connector is just drilled. Throgsneck going back into the Bronx. There was an earlier crash there that's been cleared. North on the Cross Island is basically heavy from all the way from Sunrise Highway all the way up to the Throgsneck, just a wall of traffic. West both ways here, just jammed through Queens. Same thing on the Grand Central. Jackie Robinson is heavy. Same thing on the RFK both ways at Hillside Avenue. He is getting hit hard this morning. Let's go to our Long Island page here at 726. Let's see what we've got erupting. Crash on 97 west on the LIE. 57, we've got 2 lanes shut, so that's a big problem right there. We know we've got cameras there, so let's do this. Wrong one, this one. So let's see what we're dealing with now. Right in here. There it is. Okay. HOV lane is out. That's west here, so that's a pretty big active scene. Even if they were to move this, it looks like the tow may be on scene here. If they move this out of the way and they still have this, whether they would open the HOV lane, I'm not sure. I think they would close it, but I don't know. So our delay gets back to, well, really it's heavy, but I mean it's not horrible. It's just west of about exit 59 or so. Got that right. 61, I'm sorry. West of 69 into Vets Highway. So yeah, for some reason this looks a little lighter out here than what we've seen in the past. I don't know, maybe people are looking at this good weather and maybe using the work from home situation, or I'm not sure. It's interesting. I mean, except for, the southern seeing just this bacchanal of traffic. I mean, just this westbound side is heavy straight from, let's see, 109 exit number, what was that, 33, 35, 33. So from 33 out to 17 is heavy. East is from 16, 17, all the way to 28. Meadowbrook is just jammed here from Sunrise Highway all the way up onto the westbound northern and north on the Montauk Parkway is heavy here at 106, LIE West at 135. Then we're going to go from 40 all the way out to Woodhaven Boulevard. That's how bad that delay is. North Shore 25A, 25, 347, all very, very good here this morning. So I like what I see there. Take a snapshot of Connecticut, and this is kind of just normal fare as well. On the Merit from 48 down to 36, 95 heavy 28 down through 11, and then from 9 on over to towards 6. We'll check out the Connecticut incident page just to make sure nothing is missing something. 84 in Toland, 3 lanes are shut on 84, 69, 68. Camera. I don't think there's a camera there. Or the incident. Missed the cameras. I'm sorry. That up. Didn't I? Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Poland. Not even on the list. 84. That's the reason why. Because now Poland. Let's see if we're able to. Okay, so that is there. Let me do this here now. Whoa. Our 7:30 half hour sponsored by The Shaved Cave, 1471 Raritan Road, Clark, New Jersey, 908-325-6283. Follow Omar there on Instagram at ChopGO. And also we're sponsored by Maxim Motor Cars, LLC, 303 West Clinton Street in beautiful Dover, New Jersey, in Morris County. 973-620-9060. MaximMotorCarsLLC.com is the website. Let's see here. Good morning from the city. First of 4 in-office days before the wedding. All right, there we go. Alexandra, good morning to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Boy, it was just I think really a gorgeous morning to go ahead and go into the office, right? Just wonderful stuff. So this is where we're at here at 7:30. Let's dial up the Hudson Valley now. And we'll do Hudson Valley, then we'll hit transit. Let's see here. Thruway South. Center lane is out on the thruway at 14A for the Parkway connector. Taconic broken down vehicles on the shoulder. Cross County Parkway West Run, Rumsey Road in Yonkers. Left lane of 2 is out. Crossing the Taconic. The shoulder is there. All right. So go here. There's your westbound CCP Cross County Parkway is really jacked here this morning as we get into the Sawmill. I mean, just a wall of traffic. The thruway is just wrecked here all the way down, straight onto the Deegan, getting all the way down to Yankee Stadium. Just a horror show. So is the Bronx River Parkway. Is a ton of traffic as well. Again, everything, all points heading south into the Bronx. Just you can barely even move. Let's see here. Anna, Buenos dias, working from home today. Enjoy the wonderful weather. Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know if Alexander and Anna, at least Alexander, you may have been on the road. Don't know if you saw James's weather report. So we welcome James, our newest colleague to the team, from Rutgers. North on the Hutch is busy in a 125. Easting, a lot of sun glare here. No, I know it's Scarsdale. I know. Come on. East along 287 is busy out of Elmsford into White Plains. The thruway here is getting hit hard just from about 14 down to the Tappan Zee. And then there's that issue here with that broken down vehicle coming into 14A. So let's dial that in. Let's see what we've got here this morning. Come on. There we go. Come on. Where are you? Here we go. Drill down here and do that. So there it is in the distance. Yeah, broken down tractor trailer here this morning is closing up that center lane there. That's a big problem this morning. Loretta, morning, Mom. I like the split screen. Oh, good. Okay. Let's see. Didn't see James yet. Looking forward to seeing him. Welcome, says Alexander. Okay, we'll see James in about 10 minutes in the Weather Center. So again, there is the thruway heading south into 14A with that broken down truck this morning. Let's see. Anna says, I miss James too, but excited to meet the newest member of the morning crew. Yes. Alexander says also likes the split screen. Okay, all right. So we'll run with this now. I think it was just partially because the computer was having a little trouble, but it seems to be gone. fake wood, formica, whatever the table is made out of, that the computer is running fairly decently. So I think that was a part of the reason why we left the split screen off. But all right, so we'll do SOP. All right, so out of the Spring Valley tolls into that location, it costs about another 10 plus minutes or so right in here. But other than that, the rest of your HV roads are in good shape in Orange County. The thruway, Route 6, 84 is fine. 84, the thruway, that looks pretty good. 84, Route 9, we're fine. So is 84. West on 84 is busy at 684. 684 heading south out of Croton Falls and the Purdy's and the Golden's Bridge. Katona, that's going to be a busy ride. So yeah, that's kind of what we're dealing with here at 736. Let's go to the MTA now. We'll see what we're up against with transit. How does the sound, friends? Sounds okay? Because the microphone it only goes so far, and I feel like I'm talking just in the one side of the microphone. But if that's an issue, we can see what we got. Really, no delays. These are planned, service changes per se. With the J train, the 5, and the D train. Let's go to the rails this morning. Long Island Railroad is good. We do have some delays on the New Haven line. 626 from Stamford Grand Central is operating 1520 because of a train ahead with mechanical issues. Okay. Anna says sound is normal. Excellent. Thank you. See what we've got. Yeah, the rest of it is just some boarding changes through, what is this, through Mineola from Carl Place, excuse me. Expansion project. Oh my, the expansion project. Let's check out the Hudson River crossings now. Let's do this. At least a solid hour at the George, 35 to 40 at the Lincoln, about 25 to 30. I probably err on the side of 30 for the Holland Tunnel this morning. Let's recircle back to New Jersey. We'll see what the scene is here. Wow, it's getting really rough out here. 295 south of 26. There's a crash there. 138. We showed you that. Crash with injuries, vehicle fire east. All lanes are shut. Oh, that's not good. Westbound lane is out as well. Let's see if they spun this camera around. Let's see. Why they didn't spin that camera around to see the actual, to see what's going on here? Because that is bad. And now you can start to see the backup here out at Route 547, Squonkam Road. Wow, that's bad. That is bad. So let's just show you what that looks like here, right there. So, if you're watching us in Howell or Freehold and you use this to get out to the Parkway, or maybe some early beach goers to the beaches in Belmar and Spring Lake, going to run you about another 10 plus minutes or so here at the Parkway. Again, we're getting word that everything is still shut. So that could be a pretty nasty accident. Hopefully everyone's okay in that. But fortunately, there's really no good east-west road to get around it if you're looking to merge with the Parkway. Coming on this side, Herbertsville Road, but I don't think you can dial up the Parkway from that side. It's to kind of snake your way back through Allenwood. But yeah, that's a big problem right there, friends. So watch for that. Again, at this point, everything is being reported as shut going east. Let's go to this 295 hit just outside the Aljo curve. Looks like we're just south of the curve, so not really causing that much of an impact to traffic. Let's see here. 80 crash See what we've got. Fairfield, 2 bridges. Did they zoom this one in? They did. If I had to take a guess that is gone, I think it was right in here. Yeah, I'm going to say that's out of the way. That is gone. Let's go over to, wow, let's unpack the North Jersey disaster. Start up north. So 287.17 is fine. Looks like we've got some, well, there's just some volume here north on 287, but the roadway kind of goes eastbound with the sun glare getting into Franklin Lakes. Let's see what this is. Out by Ramapo High School, Ewing Avenue is pretty busy with parents dropping the kids off. 208 is from Ewing Avenue straight down the line all the way into Fairlawn Avenue. I mean, that's going to run you about another 10, 15 minutes there. 17, fairly busy on your approach into Paramus, then again in towards Lodi. Just a ton of volume both ways here this morning, getting west of 20, and then again heading east. A lot of sun glare out of Totowa at 55. On over towards 59 in Woodland Park, and well, really 57, I should say, for Route 19, then again into 5960. But that sun glare east on 46 is just hammered from Union Boulevard all the way out to the Route 3 split and merge. Westbound 3 is busy into 46. A Parkway heading south here this morning. It's fairly busy at Route 3. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe something earlier happened. I'm not sure. I didn't have any listings of anything right in here. Eastbound 3, forget that. This is all sun glare heading east of, say, Passaic, Main Avenues there in Clifton. Wow. And then look at the Parkway here being hit hard both ways. Through Bloomfield. East on 280 is heavy from about exit 9 straight into Newark with this crash just before the Stickle Drawbridge. It's also affecting the Parkway as we head north. I mean, look at this Parkway. It is just jacked. Look at that Parkway. Look at this. I mean, this is nuts. From 132 all the way to 153. It's like 30 miles worth of heavy stop traffic. The turnpike isn't much better here this morning. North of 12 all the way up to 14. Extensive delays here on the Bay Extension heading east over to Bayonne with the sun glare. Inbound Skyway is jacked. So is the truck routes 1 and 9 corridor because of the closure on 440 is a mess. East on 22 at New Providence Road and Mountainside is busy. So is 78 through Berkeley Heights to the Watchung Reservation because of sun glare. So sun, again, traffic and weather always go together. We're seeing it in full force here this morning. This Parkway delay up and over the Driscoll Bridge is exiting at 129 because of that. The entrance to the truck side of things has a right lane shut there with some sort of construction that's still ongoing. 287 busy both ways into South Plainfield and both ways again out through exits 10 through 12. North, that accident just cleared here at 14. So it is just a mess all abound this morning. And again, our big story, the top story really is this eastbound 138, 195, 138 combo closure right here. Give yourself at least a half an hour or so. Let me just check the interstates here and see if we can. 95 east. It's not even registering. That's how big of a delay it is. So it's well over a half an hour. I would say easily a half hour. 80 east. Look at this, lighting up numbers all across the board here this morning. Looking about from the Gap to 15, about 1520 there, and then from 15 out to 287, another 10. From 287 to the Parkway is looking at another about 20 minutes there. Again, friends, this is all this eastbound traffic is just all sun glare. getting through Newark and Hillside is running about a half an hour now out to the Turnpike. What other eastbound directions we can show you? 280 east. This is going to be, let's see, exit 8 to the Parkway is about 10-minute backup. It looks worse, I think, on the map than it is actually with the delay. North on 287, about 10 minutes there with the Turnpike to 78. So it is just getting hit hard all across the board here this morning. All right, 7:45 is our time. Let's welcome James Gause into the team. Put your hands together for a big round of applause for James here, coming in from Rutgers, the studios, Scarlet Knight Studios of Rutgers University. So James is one of John's Weather Watcher members, and again, they'll be doing some hits for us. The weather hits, as we call it in the TV business. It's a hit, really. So without further delay, let's go to the Weather Center. And good morning, James.
Hi, Don. This is James over from the Rutgers Weather Watcher studio. Look at these headlines for tonight. We've got clear skies expected, better than the rain earlier in this week, which will not be coming back for the rest of the week and into the weekend. We will also be experiencing some mild temperatures for the rest of the week and the weekend. We don't want to talk about next week, though. We'll get it out on the 7-day. Looking at the highs, we're going to hit 82. It's going to be a little warm. Maybe dress light if you're planning on working outside. But in the morning, definitely a commute worth going with your windows down. It's going to be 50 here in Piscataway with 55 down in Atlantic City and 53 over in Camden. Looking at the 7-day forecast, it's going to be, there's the mild temperature I was talking about for the rest of the week, with a mild but warming weekend into a warm start of next week with 88 on Sunday, 86 on Monday, and 88 again on Tuesday. Going backwards in the weather. Follow us on all our social media. This has been James from the Rutgers Weather Watcher studio.
Thank you, James. A big applause to you, my friend. Good morning to you. Thank you so much. Graphics look fantastic, and we welcome James to the team here at the Tri-State Traffic Show. So once again, James is joining us now, along with John in the Weather Center. So congratulations to James. You saw that 7-day. Looks like summer wants to stick around really in full force, into the mid to upper 80s, but hopefully the humidity will not be along with us for the ride as we get out towards the end of the midweek of next week. So we'll keep that in the back of our minds, right? But get out and enjoy this gorgeous weather here this morning. Our half hour here is sponsored by the Shaved Cave, 1471 Raritan Road in Clark, New Jersey. Their phone number, is 908-325-6283. Let's see if the memory serves me correctly. Come on, 325-6283. Nice. 1471 Raritan Road, conveniently located in between exits 135, 136 on the Garden State Parkway. Follow my guy Omar on Instagram at ChopGO_D. The best, freshest haircut in the business. Great shop. It's got a very classic barbershop feel with a modern twist, so which is just fantastic. Guys, get out there and get your fades, your crew cuts. I don't know. My hair hasn't really changed in God knows how long, but but again, does some really masterful work here, and just a great place. It's kind of like a little bit of a man cave too. And just go there also for the conversation, fellas, hanging out there and get yourself all cleaned up and ready to go. So the Shaved Cave, definitely give Omar, any of the fine gentlemen there, a call. 908-325-6283, 1471 Raritan Road in beautiful Clark, New Jersey. Again, conveniently located off the Garden State Parkway between exits 135 and 136. So we thank all the guys there at the Shaved Cave for sponsoring this half hour of programming. We are also sponsored this half hour by Maxim Motor Cars. out in beautiful Morris County in Dover, to be specific. 973-620-9060. And talk to my buddy Nick and his father Anthony. Selling you a quality used vehicle here. Small shop, not gonna lie to you, it's a very, very small operation for now. But you got to start somewhere, right? Just like we are starting small here and hopefully looking to expand in the future. But not everyone can afford, a $40,000 car. So there's plenty of quality used vehicles at an affordable price. As you can see, about 12,000 here or so for this 94 Ford Mustang. Could be maybe a little bit of a collector's item. He's got some this Volvo here. It's got almost $30,000. Nice looking vehicle as well, a 2019. So, only about, depending on when it was bought, maybe 3.5 years tops. So, real nice vehicle. Actually, we'll just take a look at this now. See what it looks like. It's a nice looking color too. I'm not a fan of silver, but it almost has like that. There's this special color they call the name of it is. BMW's a Brooklyn Gray or like the ceramic matrix gray on the Corvette, which is when you look at it, depending on the sun, it almost has like a bluish tint to it, which is kind of nice. And there's your Volvo interior, very well appointed. So it's kind of like let someone else take the depreciation, right? These Volvos, quite honestly, they last forever. Really, I mean, things are very, very well built, quality. Nice panoramic sunroof. The quality is really top shelf. So again, if you're looking for a used car, again, he has a mixture of vehicles as well. It was sometimes a little, as we saw that Corvette that he had a couple of weeks ago. It has some specialty cars, with other vehicles, again, from $12,000 all the way over to this Toyota at $16,000. Some of these vehicles have some higher mileage on them, but look, there's a market for that as well. Again, not everyone can afford $35,000, $40,000, and you need a set of wheels. This is the place to go. Maxim Motor Cars. Check out their website, MaximMotorCarsLLC.com, and give Nick or Anthony a call. That's his father. Two of them own this shop, 973-620-9060, and they're located off of West Clinton Street, which is actually Route 15 in Dover, out in Morris County, conveniently located between Routes 46 and Route 80. And we thank Maxim Motor Cars for sponsoring this half hour of programming. All right, let's go back to our action here this morning. I want to go to the a fresh update here to see what we got back in New Jersey, because this seems to be the hot spot this morning. Let's see, 138 still shut at the Parkway because of a vehicle fire and a crash there. Broken down tractor trailer on the Turnpike outer roadway, south of 14 now. Go to that. Let's see what we're up against here this morning. Do this. Come on, give me the cameras. Cameras. I know there's cameras here. A poof. And the cameras don't work. What else is new? Oh, this Turnpike, this DOT with this website. Oofa. This is heading north, so maybe it's populated in there somewhere. No, let's go to the Turnpike cameras themselves. Dial up the source, see what we're up against. Pike. This. No deal. Larger camera. I don't see it. So, not to say that the camera can't see it there this morning. Let's go back to our action here again. Look at this 195. It's going to be back to Route 9 here shortly. No question about that. So, You've got to make alternate plans, maybe go back north on 9 to 33 and take that over to the Parkway. I think is going to be highway-wise a better option. There's not a whole lot of east-west roads going through this section between Monmouth and Ocean counties. So again, that's one of the big jackpots there, unfortunately, with traffic. Hopefully everyone is okay. But again, you can see almost connecting the dots straight from 11 all the way up through 14, just getting hammered. So is the Parkway 19. I mean, there's just nowhere to go heading north here out of central Jersey. All right, so 7:55 now is our time. Let's see, Anna. Let's see what we got. It's crazy how much a basic model of a new car costs. Definitely worth considering a new used car with low mileage that has a better package with advanced features. I agree with you on that. Let somebody else take the depreciation. Actually, one of the better buys out there now are the Chevy Bolts. Now, we've certainly heard a lot of news about the Chevy Bolts from 2017 through 2019, about them catching fire and the batteries and so forth. Well, General Motors is replacing all of the batteries in all of those vehicles at no charge. So if you could find a 2018 with the battery pack, and either if it hasn't been changed or if it has been changed, you're basically getting a car. Even if you bought a 2017, you're basically almost getting a brand new car, because with somebody else driving it for 4 years, even if it's got 50,000 miles or 60,000 miles on it, there's very little maintenance with electric vehicles. And there's no spark plugs, there's no transmission fluid. There are some fluids as far as keeping the batteries cool and, obviously air conditioner service and things like that. But there really is no transmission. Those, the motors are sealed. So there's really not a whole lot. You don't have to do oil changes. You don't have to do any of it except maybe change the washer fluid. But with the battery pack being replaced as a brand new one with a brand new warranty, you get the benefits of not spending whatever the Bolt was at the time, $40,000 plus. You could maybe find one cheaper, and you're getting a brand new battery pack. So it's like basically having a brand new car, and somebody's been driving it for the last 4 or 5 years. So could be a little bit of a diamond in the rough for those vehicles. But the electrification push is on. I just hope that the charging infrastructure is going to follow suit. There's only so many times you can push an electric car, but if you have really no way to charge it, that's a problem. So, we shall see. But Anna, you are right. A lot of times you can kind of upgrade your ride and let, again, somebody else take the depreciation off. If we're already into the 2023 model year. And honestly, today is the press preview for the Detroit Auto Show, which was normally held in the first week of January. And then after, I guess, bigger minds or whatever realized that, hey, this is probably not the best idea to be showing convertibles and things like that in the middle of winter in snowy Detroit. So they've moved it to September, and it was all set to go as of last year, because they had it in 2020 in January, but 2021 was the first time in September. But with COVID, they had to cancel it. So this is the first year that it's back in person in Detroit, and the press preview is today. Tomorrow's show opens on Friday. So that's going to be really exciting. There's going to be a lot of different, a lot of new and exciting things, especially tonight. If you go to YouTube, just don't know if I got time tonight to do it live with you, but we can talk about the new Ford Mustang that's being introduced this evening. So that should be a lot of fun. See if we get any other surprises from some of the other manufacturers, especially General Motors, to see if Buick maybe will roll out their electrified, first electrified vehicle, which is going to be off the platform, the same thing as the Cadillac Lyriq and the Chevy Blazer. It's all going to be on the same platform. And I believe the rumor is that, again, Buick has had the perfect name for electric vehicles since the 50s, the Electra. So they're going to do it the Buick Electra something, and it's going to be a whole model range of the larger SUV, the midsize, and the smaller SUV. So, though I'm sure they're going to have one based on the new Equinox EV. And so we'll see if maybe that'll be a surprise, because Buick has made some really amazing show cars over the last like 8-10 years or whatever, but they never bring any of them to production for some reason. Don't ask me why. The Vista concept car was absolutely stunning. Let me see if I can find that. Let's see. Images. Let me see if I can find it for us. Again, friends, it's top of the 8 o'clock hour. Good morning to you. O'Don here in the Tri-State Traffic Show Traffic Center. Watching the big broadcast here this morning on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And welcome to the broadcast. So we're just talking a little car shop talk here this morning. Just trying to find the Vista concept, which was back in 2018. Let's see if this will populate anything. Let me just slide this on over here. And so this was the Vista. Don't ask me why they didn't bring that back. If they were to bring that car back exactly that way, don't touch a thing, and make that fully electrified. What is going on here? Fully electrified, that would be just a stunner of a vehicle. They had it. It was right. It was ready to go, and I don't know why they didn't go ahead and put that in. There was actually two show cars. There was one in this blue, and then the next year, I think in 2019, they brought out the red one, which is this one here. I mean, just wow, an amazing vehicle. And if they're going to go with the Electra branding moniker, I mean, put the motors in there, dual motor system, with 600 horsepower, 700 pound-feet of torque. You could call it, the Buick Electra Grand National, back from the Grand National days. I mean, look at that thing. That is just a stunner. I mean, it was unbelievable what that vehicle looked like in person. One of the nicest show cars I think I've ever seen, with these beautiful chrome wheels, these 22-inch wheels, and just a real looker. Should have built it, but I'm giving Buick my name, the name Buick Electra Grand National, which would be a stunner. Now, we'll see. We shall see. All right, so let's go back to the action now here, as we've digressed into automotive shop talk. But again, the Detroit Auto Show, the press preview starts today. So hopefully we'll see some exciting things from Detroit, Michigan. George Washington Bridge, about, oh God, it's just getting worse here. It's like almost 70 minutes now. About an hour 15 at the George, about 45 or so at the Lincoln, about a half an hour to 40 at the Holland Tunnel this morning. All right, let's just start fresh and start here at 8:03 now. We started in New Jersey. Again, every time I go to the page, something else gets jacked up. 22 west of Blois and Hillside, a left lane is out. Outer Bridge Crossing coming back into New Jersey. There's an accident there. 195 east is still shut at 34 in Wall Township this morning. So look for that. 295, another crash here. I think that got cleared. 80, a crash west at 52. That's gone. We've seen that. We that is being cleared. So let's go to 22 now. Right in here, it's getting hit hard. I mean, just look at all this red. It's like you don't even know where to begin. I think there's something going on here now on 78. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Cokesbury Road, exit 20. It's not even an exit because there is no exit, but so we are banged up all the way through 15. So from 15 to 20, it's going to run you about another 10, 15 minutes or so there. If you can jump off at 22, you could save a little bit of time. As we head past Exxon Mobil out through the Clinton Honda out into Lebanon. So that could save you a little bit of time this morning there. So that's a new hit. I don't even think the DOT has that as well. All right, so let's get into the city now, where it's just a disaster. I mean, everywhere there's traffic, friends. North on 440, the West Shore here, getting into Arden Avenue is heavy. East, let's just go age here this morning. I think this brings it up better. That's at New Hyde Park Road. Onondaga, the Hutch, 84. Buffalo. Cross County. Ramps to the Deegan, and we know about that. West that's on that service road at by Queens Boulevard. Okay, so east on the expressway from the Goethals to the Verrazano is heavy. Again, a lot of this, friends, is now sun glare. I'd say within the next hour or so, you may see that sun glare begin to ease up a little bit as it gets higher in the sky. It's just the sun angles now we're coming into, the equinox once again. Rob Garden, hey, good morning, pal. Crazy traffic on Morris Avenue in Union. Is that out by the high school? It's kind of where I remember traffic being all jacked up there. It could be also into Route 22 because they're doing all that road work this morning, or really it's been ongoing. But I guess Union High School, out by the high school. Big Rob, proud graduate at Union High School. Farmer fighting it out on the football field. Buddha chains. It's drop off time now for Union High. So actually, fun fact about Union High School, that was actually the facade of Union High School. That front was actually what they used in Howard Stern's Private Parts movie as his high school in Roosevelt, Long Island. Whether that had anything to do with, I don't think Artie Lang was on the show at that point, but it was just funny how they used Union High School as the front for Roosevelt High School. Rob says, yes, sir, you got it. What I forgot the name of the field there, Rob. So many big battles. I know we went to a bunch of games there. Union Elizabeth was always, oh my God, what a huge rivalry. Wow. Oh, Robbie graduated Artie. Okay. Wow. So Artie possibly somewhat well. Hopefully Artie's still doing all right. He was in pretty bad shape there for a long time. I think Artie was a fairly decent ball player too. I think he was a baseball player. I think he was all county, in fact. Cook Field, right. That's it. Yep. Many of a battle against Elizabeth. Union Elizabeth. Those are the good old days. I don't know whether Union plays Elizabeth. I think they still do, but Union Elizabeth, Union Linden, just chaos. Just, oh God, it was 5,000 people in the stands. Just insanity. Rob says, real well, he's doing good. Awesome to hear. Awesome. Thank you. See here. All right. So we got the Gowanus is busy, getting through Industry City. What else is new there? As we traverse on into the BQE. Southbound saying there may be a crash here, getting out towards the Brooklyn Bridge. So let's go towards, this is out by Adams Street. Exit there going south. You lose that lane. Rob says, yes, not the same anymore as far as the football is concerned. I couldn't even tell you half these teams as far as the football conferences, the watch-on conference, all that. That's all gone. They blew all that out. It's like these super conferences with like 70 different teams, and they should have just, some things there's no reason to change. Other things you should change, whatever. But That Union Elizabeth game was like, as soon as that schedule came out, you knew where you were going to be. That Union Elizabeth game. It would, I mean, and again, Union would only hold, maybe 2,500 at best, whatever. But I mean, Elizabeth was like, it's like a college stadium. I mean, it held, 5,000 people. I mean, they got 5,000 students at Elizabeth High School. Incredible. So, yeah, just absolute amazing high school football games. The watch on conference was the best. Gosh, they had so many good teams. Like I said, Union Linden, Elizabeth Linden, Union Plainfield. Rob says Union is 0-2 starting off, unfortunately. Yeah, that's a little bit of a rough start. But you know what? The other problem is now the season is 2 games shorter. It's only eight games. The season's over by the end of October. So I think Cranford is 1-1. Johnson and Clark is actually 2-0, going for 3-0 on Friday. Wow. But they shortened up the season, and some of these teams started playing like the third week of August. All right, so I don't see anything there as far as our accident is concerned. We will leave the city pages up. I have a feeling that's gone. Williamsburg Bridge, that is going to be a bit of a heavy ride. Okay, Midtown Tunnel about 40, about 20 to 30 here at the Queensboro Bridge. South on the FDR Drive is heavy from the 130s down into 96. The southbound west side is heavy as well. Starting to pick up some more volume here on the FDR, getting south and towards the mid 80s or so. Watch for that. RFK Triborough is just jacked up here this morning. Let's go to the Bronx. I feel like we've overlooked this for a little bit. Now we're seeing maybe a crash on the westbound cross Bronx here at the BRP. South on the Bruckner is heavy at the out of the interchange on over towards the Sheridan Boulevard area. Then a heavy on the elevated section as we get out towards the RFK. Here, that camera west across Bronx. Let's just see if anything just showed up. I don't know. This now. That's west, but just mixed in with a lot of heavy traffic. I don't see anything. That's at the BRP there. Let's see here. Alexander Bergen County definitely has some really good football programs. Oh yeah, no question about that. Holy smokes. You got to be kidding me. Bergen County is that is number one. I mean, Rob and I were going about Union County football. Bergen County football is just another level. That's like college teams. Thank you, Alexandra. Anna says, about 5 years ago, local Thanksgiving Day football rivalry was changed in Homedale. It had been in place for decades. The community was so upset. Yeah. No, I don't think very many teams play Thanksgiving Day at all. I mean, Cranford used to play Rahway. A lot of other rivalries as well that I think just kind of got pushed off. I don't know if it's the parents were, because they were getting together with family and stuff for Thanksgiving. I understand that end of it. But it's this whole, I think it's like this whole playoffs. Good old Jim Mora. Playoffs. The whole playoff system starts like it was actually in some cases you had high school teams playing a first round playoff game the week before Thanksgiving, and then some of these teams had on the schedule a game on Thanksgiving. So it didn't make any sense. So I think that's the reason why they blew out the Thanksgiving game as well. And now since the season ends at the end of October, they're going to start the playoffs like at least 2 weeks earlier. So I think they may even have the playoffs finished, the champions finished by Thanksgiving as possible. I'm not sure, but because it's turned into this whole big, we got to play in Rutgers, we got to play at MetLife Stadium. When Rob was playing, they were, you're playing at Cook Field for the championship. He wasn't playing in Giant Stadium, although I think he would like to. He's a big Giant fan, but There was no way that that was going to happen back in the day. Anna says Thanksgiving Day game is still played. The rival school was changed. Okay, all right. So you're that school. You're one of the lucky ones. A lot of them have taken it off the schedule completely. Totally taken it off the schedule. I wonder why they changed maybe the other school decided they opted out. I'm not sure, but all right. So 8:15 is our time. Having some fun here, talking some high school football, bringing back some great old memories here, some great friends. Let's go to the Weather Center and let's welcome again James Gause from Rutgers, from the Super Studios there in Rutgers University, and the Weather Watcher Club. Get a check of this gorgeous forecast. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hi, Adon. I'm Weather Watcher James Gause here at the Rutgers Weather Watcher studio. Looking at some headlines for today, we've got clear skies tonight and no more rain for the rest of the week and into the weekend. The weather is going to stay mild for the rest of the week as well as autumn approaches. Looking at your morning commute, we've got clear in the morning, followed by clear in the evening on your way home from our lovely dashboard view. Looking at today's highs, we are going to hit the low 80s, so AC in the car may be necessary on the way home, but you might be able to avoid it on the way in. We're going to look at the lows on Wednesday. It's going to start out nice and cool. If you're getting an early start to your day, 5, 6 in the morning, right when the sun rises, you're going to have a pleasant drive. Even with the windows down, I'd do it. It's beautiful weather for that. Be sure to follow us on social media. This has been James Gause from the Rutgers Weather Watcher Studio.
Thank you, James. Good morning to you and welcome to the team here at the Tri-State Traffic Show. We thank you so much for bringing us the forecast here on a gorgeous Wednesday. James will have his last and final report coming up at 7:45. I'll check of that 7-day weather forecast. And if you're with us here half an hour ago or so, looks like our summer temperatures are going to stick around or are going to be coming back. So there could be some more beach days in effect for midweek next week. All right. And speaking of those warmer temperatures, what do you think of? You think of ice cream. And we have to head over to our good friend and also colleague here, Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, is a sponsor of this half hour of programming. 908-272-3000 is the phone number. Head over to beautiful historic Cranford, New Jersey on North Avenue West, which is really Route 28. It's a state highway. That'll come up in your GPS right across from the New Jersey Transit Cranford Station. And you can see that Ralph, he is the owner proprietor in his 13th season out of Queens, New York. He has the pumpkin spice, Oreo pumpkin, apple cider donut, and cinnamon crumb all in the house for the fall flavors. Just absolutely delicious stuff. It's actually quite a photograph, actually. I just entered a whole bunch of pictures in the New Jersey Monthly magazine. That picture there, I'm wondering if that would be a great photo to enter into the contest for the cover shot. Looking at that, it's got nice effects. What do you think, folks there in the chat room? Think that would be an award-winning cover shot because it says New Jersey Monthly on the top here, kind of shows an essence of, I don't know. I like that picture. I do like that picture, the way it's set up. It's just, I don't know. It's just a nice, very nice picture. Wow. Very nice. All right. So we digress from the photographic aspects of the picture. If that makes any sense. I think it uses a double negative there in some way. But boy, that ice cream really does look good. Alexander's is definitely cover worthy, right? It does, right? It has a cover kind of look, right? Kind of feeling it there. Yeah, talk to Ralph and see what he says. All right, so let's do this now. Again, 908-272-3000 is Ralph's phone number. You know what? Let me show you his website as well. Let's do that. Again, here it is, Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery.com. He has the vanilla, the chocolate, the Bananas Foster, an award-winning ice cream there, M&M Explosion, Black Raspberry, Cherry Vanilla, Grasshopper, the Core 3, Vanilla Chocolate Strawberry, the Cookie Monster, Mint Chocolate Chip, Holy Cannoli, Party Cake, Fudge Brownie Sundae. I mean, he just has something for everyone. He has the non-dairy, the Pineapple Whip, Raspberry Whip, also the Blood Orange Sorbet, Lemon Sorbet, and the third one, Peach Mango. Oh, I can forget that. That's my favorite. Has some sugar-free options as well, and some frozen yogurt, soft serve ice cream. So, I mean, Ralph has got it all here. I mean, there's something for everybody, including these wonderful cakes, small rounds, 7 to 8, 30 to 40 on the large side, the crunchy cream cakes, these specialty cakes, Reese's Pieces, M&Ms, Bananas Foster, Party Cake, Chocolate Blackout, Mocha Bomb. So, I mean, there is just a ton of stuff here. These cupcakes, I haven't mentioned those in a while because those are our favorite. Vanilla ice cream with the vanilla cake, the Oreo pie, the Heath bar pie, ice cream sandwiches, the flying saucers, chip witches. Doesn't get much better than this, friend. So head over to the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. 908-272-3000 is the number. He's open from 12 to 9:30. 12 to 9:30 Monday through Thursday, 12 to 10 Friday, Saturday, and 12 to 9 on Sunday. And again, there is the shop here in beautiful, historic Cranford, New Jersey. All right, so let's go back to our action here this morning. Let me call up the incident page for the city. We'll kind of move this along here with some of the problems. About these two here, east on Hill Road. Center lane is banged out there. So let's do this. Might as well, while on the page, let's see how bad the George is now. Still about well over an hour and 15 minutes, 45 at the Lincoln, about 25 to 30 at your Holland Tunnel this morning. Let's go back to the city cameras, and we want to go to the Staten Island Expressway. Let's just see here now. Where is it? Staten Island. Yes. Hill Road is right here. There is our center lane out of service. Let's see. Anna says, submitted, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Minimally, it makes me hungry. Yes, it does. I think I'm going to, actually, as soon as we get done with the broadcast. Yeah. So there it is, Staten Island Expressway as you head east here with the center lane out of service. Tow is already on scene. And again, the little fun fact, again, not fun fact, it can be aggravating fact in the city is that, there's only certain tow companies have the rights, have kind of like bought the franchise rights to certain roads in the city. So even though you have AAA, if they're not on the list, you're going to be sitting out there for a while. And you're seeing that live here. Again, we're the only ones showing you that broken down vehicle is now on the flatbed and off to the shop somewhere to get fixed. So that eastbound Staten Island Expressway situation is now cleared right here, but the damage done back to the Goethals Bridge. Ouch. Look at this belt. I mean, it's just a wall of traffic from the Verrazano to Flatbush and then going west here up at the airport. Both ways of the Jackie Robinson is heavy here this morning. Out by Hillside Avenue. The Van Wyck is just getting creamed here this morning. Both ways of the LIE is just getting hit hard from the Clearview all the way out to Woodhaven Boulevard. I mean, it's just there's no room to move here. Grand Central by St. John's is getting fairly busy as well. Cross Island from the area of Sunrise Highway all the way up to up to Bayside Marina, absolutely hammered. Let's show you Long Island incidents now. We'll see what we're up against here this morning. As again, we're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Join us here, my friends. Jump into the conversation, talk some high school football because it's just perfect football weather out there. We could maybe talk about the NFL if you'd like, if you're sports fans or whatever you'd like to talk about. Again, talking cars, all kinds of fun stuff here. So jump into the chat room and drop us a comment. Let us know. Long Island incidents, LIE, broken that vehicle that's on the shoulder at 46. Sunrise Highway west, partial lane closure there, and the shoulder out on the Wantagh south at Southern. Probably not really going to be doing much damage there. So again, the ton of traffic from 17 all the way out to 28 on the northern state is heavy into the Wantagh, again, all the way around the curve in Williston Park. As we continue further west out to Lakeville Road, LIE is heavy from 41 all the way into Queens. LIE West, as you get out to 135, is very crowded. This LIE is busy from 63 straight over towards Deer Park Avenue. Just about exit, what is that, 51 or so. Sunrise Highway into the merge is busy. So now people are starting to wake up here in central and eastern Suffolk County. Sunrise Highway is crowded. Hampton Bays, Southampton, Watermill, out to Bridgehampton, into East Hampton. As we continue on over to Connecticut now, we'll take a look. Let's go to the incident page for Connecticut this morning. Let's see here, 95, a crash truck south between 24, 23. Good there. Hopefully everyone's okay. Merritt Parkway, a ton of traffic. We'll go 52. I'm going to push that delay from 52 to 31. Oof. All right, so 24 to 23. Let's go to the cameras here. That would be up in this area this morning by 4. 20 too high. So we go here. Come on. It's always that no camera zone. 45, 44, 43. So yeah, so we're heavy there with that truck crash, and that would be right in here. Again, you see it goes from red to green. That's the first indication that there's a problem. Always. You go straight from red, yellow, green, boom, immediately into green like that. You know there's an accident or something holding traffic back. So this is again by about 24 or so. Coming into Fairfield. And that's why this stretch is kind of wide open for us this morning. 27 now is our time. Get the microphone out of the way. Maybe you can see me. Hi. So kind of typical fare except for that crash. We'll keep an eye on that. Let's go to the Hudson Valley incident page. I'm just afraid to even light this up. 8:27 is our time. So let's see what we're up against. So Route 6, one lane maybe out there going west on Route 6 at Bear Mountain State Parkway. Broken down vehicle on the Taconic. A lot of broken down vehicles. They're all over that. South at Miller Hill Road and East Fishkill. The Sprain going south just past Grasslands Road, 100C. 2 lanes are shut there. That's a big one. In Greenberg. Shoulders out. Heavy traffic. Stop and go volume. Okay. I think that issue on the Taconic, Sprain, I should say, is here, right there. Drill down and show you that out by SUNY Westchester. Yeah, that is the Sprain. That's what I thought. Going south of 100C. Jacked with that crash. Again, hopefully everyone's okay, but wow, if you're heading out maybe to SUNY Westchester, that could be a problem as well. East along 287 is heavy, straight off the Tappan Zee Bridge, all the way out to exit 5. We're getting hit hard there. cross county down through to the beginnings of the Henry Hudson. For some reason, this has been busy. I wonder if there's like road work ongoing there or something that's tying stuff up, because the last couple mornings it's been really just a disaster. Straight off the westbound CCP onto the Sawmill, which then turns into Henry Hudson. Wow, man, there's just a lot of traffic out here this morning. Again, I think people are just getting back into the routine and just trying to figure out where things stand, kind of a deal. I'm not sure, just trying to get the routine down on the timing, so we'll see. But somebody who always has perfect timing is the lovely and talented Darley Newman. Travels Darley is the sponsor of this last and final half hour programming here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. Watch her on PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wondrum, Innovation TV's Journey. Head to her website, darley-newman.com, for more information. We'll show you some of her social media sites and her travels throughout Delaware with some fun pictures of some interesting things. So we'll take a look at that after weather at 8:45. So, all right. So I digress. Back over to Rockland County now, where it's just a parking lot from the Spring Valley tolls all the way across the Tappan Zee Bridge, and a lot of this is sun glare. There was an accident or a broken out vehicle out by 14A that is now gone. The thruway, Orange County, looked good. 684 is a little jacked up here with a crash being cleared here east of exit 1. So watch for our friends there in Matamoros in the tri-state area, literally another tri-state, New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. Kind of just hop, skip, and a jump right through there. 84 out to the Beacon Bridge, the thruway through Woodbury. 9W is fine. 84 in Fishkill looks good. West on 84 and Brewster's heavy at 684. And we're pushing some more volume. 684 Croton Falls, Purdy's, Golden's Bridge down to Katona. Let's take a look at what's happening in Connecticut again through Southbury West on 84. Just getting hammered here this morning into the 6 merge, and then again through Sandy Hook and over to Newtown on 84. I mean, there's just nowhere for anybody to go here this morning. What were we going to do? I think just 208. I think there's got to be a crash here or something. No, it's just some volume getting south of Maple Avenue. Wow. All right. But getting back to our conversation earlier about the high school football, Bergen County, I mean, so many huge programs. Don Bosco, Ramapo is just, they're a huge powerhouse in football. That's the t-shirt I had on yesterday. Bergen Catholic. I mean, was it St. Joe's of Montville? I mean, these are like college football programs. They're just huge. But again, don't want to leave the southern section of the state out as well. Ocean County has put up some big teams throughout the years for high school football. And look, New Jersey is a huge high school football state. Let's just put it at that. Let's not blanket it into a couple counties. No question about it. You've got the 100 and Centrals, the big schools there. You've got Randolph. You got Roxbury back in the day with Union. That was always a big rivalry as well. Don Bosco has slipped in the race. I think Bergen Catholic is number 5 in the entire country. That would certainly be absolutely true. Yep. Let's see here. You know what? I'm going to pull up on this side here. Let's see if the keyboard is still working for me. All rankings too. So we'll see where we're at. Let's see. We'll bring this up in a moment. Top 25. Don't know whether the Bergen record will allow me to even see this without having a subscription. Let's see here. Oh no, it's let me do it. So we'll run. This is fun. We'll run down this here in just a brief moment. So we'll leave that up there. I want to go back to, let's do transit now. We'll do transit, Hudson Rivers. We'll do our football. Then we'll do football. We'll do football here probably about 8:42. 8 minutes, because that'll take us right into Jimmy in the Weather Center. Let's go to NJ Transit. I clicked on it. I didn't want to do that. So we'll go here this morning. Morris and Essex, 856 from Summit is canceled. Also, the 805 departure from Penn Station, New York, canceled because of mechanical issues. 806 Trenton departure canceled as well. Let's head to Path now. Check out the vibe here this morning. Again, friends, we are on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Please leave a comment in the section. We've had a really nice conversation here this morning. It's been outstanding. I like when our friends here post up comments to interact with the show. That was from yesterday. Let's do transit while we're still on the train theme here. The MTA. So everything is fairly quiet this morning. Go to Metro North, Long Island Railroad. We had some delays in the Ronkonkoma branch, 740 from Ronkonkoma to Atlantic Terminal at 901. Operating 10 to 15 minutes late due to a train ahead with earlier equipment trouble. Okay. Let's do SEPTA. We haven't done SEPTA in quite some time. Let's see here. Rail, everything looks good except for the West Trenton line. Inbound service operating delays at 10 minutes because of signal problems. All right. Let's go back to the incident page. Let's give you the update, the freshest update here on 138, if that is cleared. Looks like it has, but again, I was right on 208 getting into Fairlawn Avenue. Something is happening, and that's confirmed now. Watch for a crash there. East on 78, just before exit 20. We showed you that way about 20 minutes ago before the DOT had it. East here out in East Hanover, coming off of 80. There's an accident there. 295 still south here of 76, still dealing with some kind of a crash. And then emergency construction, Water American 70 East, 2 lanes are shut at Cuthbert Boulevard and Cherry Hill. I know there's absolutely a camera there. I've used that camera many, many times. It's practically sitting right on it. Let's see if the one at Cornell. Unless it's out there in the center in the distance, but not really seeing that much of a well, that's a pretty heavy ride there. I think this is more for some other construction, not so much for this water main repair. Let's go to 295. That blind zone here where I don't know why they're saying that. Why they're saying that there's still a crash there. I think that's gone. It's going to be rotor relief to finally finish this 42-295 interchange, right? People are going to be throwing a party for that. All right, so nothing there. Let's do this. Back to New Jersey. Again, there's your 208 hit right in here at Fairlawn Ave. It's a pretty rough ride. Here's the 78. Bacchanal into the 20. That's going to run you about another 15, 20 minutes there. If you can get over to 22 at 17, 18, I should say, that'll help you out. Shave off a little bit of time there. Your Parkway is just getting hammered here from 130, 129 all the way to 153. The Turnpike is heavy from 11 straight up into the eastern spurs. You can see the inbound Skyway is a mess. 78 is heavy straight from the Parkway all the way into the Bay Extension. There's no room to move. 24 is heavy going west of almost end to end here on 24. Both ways in the Columbia Turnpike is heavy. There's a lot of traffic out here this morning. And then it kind of goes like from here. You split the line right in half. Come south of the Driscoll Bridge in Monmouth County. Looks great. 195 is beginning to ease up with that crash. The Parkway is now gone. 33, Route 9, 18 is fine. 29 is getting hit hard into the Trenton Tunnel. What else is new there? Parkway, a little moderate volume as we get into going north here as we progress up to the Brick area, 89 into 90. South here along 295. Again, unless that cameras now. Unless the marker here is not right. Unless this accident is out through here. Unless that marker is just wrong. And again, of course, none of the cameras work. Why would it? But 168. Some of this, I think, is just general volume into the curve. But I'm not saying that there hasn't been anything going on. There has, but here by Route 30. Wow. 561. Holy smokes. Let's go to the home page here. Interstates. We will populate this. South on 295. Florida makes 34 to 26, almost 40 minutes. Not bad that traffic is with the volume plus that crash. So that is getting hit hard. I keep saying that too many times, but it's what it is. It's getting absolutely drilled this morning. So 17, they're just seeing this now. 17 South will be closed at Essex Street in Lodi from Friday until Saturday, almost 24 hours there. That's a big, tough spot. Alexander up there in Bergen County. Make a note of that, my friend. Look at that. Something happening here on the expressway east. Some construction, they're saying, maybe. Okay. All right. All right. So let's give you the numbers here at the Hudsons real quick before we do our football and little sports. Now, if I can find somebody to do some sports as well, that would be great, right? Can file a sports report for us. Wonder if Johnny knows anybody at Rutgers as well to do that. Let's see. Come on. The website doesn't like it. So still over an hour at the George, an hour at the Lincoln, at least a half to 40 at the Holland. So we're just getting destroyed here at the Hudson River crossings. All right, friends. So let's talk a little high school football now here at 42. Wow, we actually hit the post on 42, right? All right, so let's run down. This is from northjersey.com. Let's run down the top 25. So Newton, they're in Sussex County. Next game is against Wallkill Valley. Ramapo, wow, only at 24. That's surprising. The Green Raiders, right? That was the shirt I had on yesterday. Put some inside connections there at Ramapo. So their next game is Friday at Sparta, looking to continue the unbeaten record. Haddonfield down in South Jersey. Their next game is against Camden Catholic. East Orange, wow, how did they make the top 25 with a losing record 0-2? East Orange Jaguars, that's what they're called. I could swear that they were a different name back in the day. Maybe Big Rob G, if he is in the chat room, maybe he could spin that up. I thought they were called something else, but wrong. So the Jaguars there of East Orange against Irvington. Well, that was another big rivalry. There we go. I forgot Irvington. Irvington Union. Holy smokes. Oof. Wow. Clifton coming in at 21. The Mustangs there. It's interesting. Back in the News 12 days, in the back office, that's where they did the high school sports, which they don't do anymore, which is just an embarrassment to broadcasting in New Jersey. Kurt and Nick and all the fine individuals there doing Friday Night Football had an entire wall full of helmets. And I always wanted to do a little Instagram thing because I didn't really get the chance to see Kurt much because he was in the evening, I was in the morning. But I always wanted to do, if there was ever a chance to crossover or in the afternoon when I came back on Friday evenings, was to bring Kurt in and see if he could name the nicknames for all the teams. And I'm sure he could do it. And there was one other gentleman that worked there as well that I thought could do it as well. But actually three. It was Nick, Kurt, and Everett. I always wanted to put all three of them up and see if they could guess. I thought that would be a fun little social thing, but to no avail there. But if you like high school football, call the station and tell them that they're doing a major disservice to the state by not even covering any of it. So, all right, Clifton at 21, Ridgewood at 20, Passaic Tech at 19, Shawnee at 18. Yeah, it's the South Jersey team there. They're always big. Cherokee's another one. Phillipsburg. Oh, the Phillipsburg. I think Union Phillipsburg played a couple times for sectional. The State Liners, that's an incredible stadium out there. West Morris at 16, Donovan Catholic at 2-0. Hillside, wow, okay, at 14. The Comets, Caldwell at 13. Salem, I don't know where Salem. Oh, that must be down in Atlantic County or South Jersey somewhere. St. Joe's of Montville, that's the one I mentioned there in Bergen County. Coming in at 11, Toms River North. Yeah, Red Bank Catholic. Wow, these are huge powerhouses. Delsey at 2-0 at 8. Camden at 7. Panthers. The Millville Thunderbolts. Wow, at 6. Seton Hall Prep. Irvington coming in at 4. St. Peter's Prep at 3, Don Bosco at 2, and there's your Bergen Catholic Alexandra at number 1, according to NorthJersey.com. Wow. Yeah, so there we go. Full season, right? It's full season now. It's certainly football weather, right? So the man with the answer and the man with the plan, his name is James Gause, out of Rutgers, the studios in Piscataway, New Jersey. And let's head to the Weather Center. James.
Hi, Don. This is James over from the Rutgers Weather Watcher studio. Look at these headlines for tonight. We've got clear skies expected, better than the rain earlier in this week, which will not be coming back for the rest of the week and into the weekend. We will also be experiencing some mild temperatures for the rest of the week and the weekend. We don't want to talk about next week, though. We'll get it out on the 7-day. Looking at the highs, we're going to hit 82. It's going to be a little warm. Maybe dress light if you're planning on working outside. But in the morning, definitely a commute worth going with your windows down. It's going to be 50 here in Piscataway with 55 down in Atlantic City and 53 over in Camden. Looking at the 7-day forecast, it's going to be, there's the mild temperature I was talking about for the rest of the week, with a mild but warming weekend into a warm start of next week with 88 on Sunday, 86 on Monday, and 88 again on Tuesday. Going backwards in the weather. Follow us on all our social media. This has been James from the Rutgers Weather Watcher studio.
Thank you, James, and appreciate the work that you did here this morning. So welcome to the team. Again, everyone, let's give a big round of applause here to James and the Weather Center from the Weather Watcher Club. So James, thank you, sir, for the forecast, and we will see the Weather Watcher group tomorrow. We'll see if James will be joining us again, or we'll have another new colleague, which will be a lot of fun as well. So again, thank you, James, for the forecast. Thank you, John, for setting all of this up, as always, my friend, as the president of the Weather Watcher Club over at Rutgers University. This half-hour program is sponsored by Travels with Darley. Follow her on her website, darley-newman.com. Watch her on PBS Crane, Amazon Prime, Wonder and Ovation TV's Journey. Darley has this wonderful program in her 10th season. This is a wonderful travel program. Again, really gets the local angle of whatever destination that she is in, and just fantastic stuff. That's really the best way to find out what it is like to be in a certain destination, a city, town. Gives you a lot of history, a lot of adventure, does a lot of horseback riding, bike riding, as well as, kayaking and swimming and log rolling and jumping off buildings. I mean, she's a real adventure seeker, a real thrill seeker, Darley is, and always has an amazing, cool selection of hats. I think she needs to maybe have like a little book or something about all the different hats. I think she may have more hats than the late Queen, but anyway, so Darley, just a wonderful program. Again, gives you a lot of history, gets that local flavor of any of the destinations that she traverses to. Again, she is in her 10th season here. The 10th season, I believe, will drop early next year. So we're only a couple of months away from that. So we're really excited. We'll let you know when that takes place. She also does a lot of she does a bunch of destination cities for Smithsonian Associates. We'll see when the next program for that will be taking place here. Again, with her on the road so much, make it a little tough to settle in. Maybe once we get into the fall, we'll be able to get a couple more programs from her there. Let's go to her Instagram page, shall we? I'm going to go full screen very quickly because it's just easier to see. Again, follow her on Instagram and Twitter, and you can see, some of these fun reels, as the kids call them. And have you ever seen a shepherd's pie like this? Jessup's Tavern and Colonial Restaurant goes big on comfort food in Newcastle, Delaware. They also stock over 200 Belgian beers. Takes you back to an experience what it might be like to dine at a Colonial Tavern. Wow, look at that. That looks fantastic, right? Look at that beer. Holy smokes. Shepherd's pie. Wow, look at that. Almost looks like a chocolate cake, right? Yeah, she breaks into that. Oh, that looks so good. Oh, my goodness. Wow. And this was an interesting one, too. This looks tasty, but it is going to be fake food. I don't know what the genesis of that is, but they use the food for a museum. That's what it is. Or historic, so they show you what would be on a conventional table there. Fun. Interesting. Very nice. All right. So so definitely follow Darlie on Instagram. Let's see what she's put up on Twitter, if anything has come up for her on Twitter. She is right there. So 8:51 is her time. We're wrapping up the Tri-State Traffic Show on a busy, again, a Tuesday morning. Thanks for joining us here. We're going to be up until another 10 minutes or so. As you can see here, this is all behind the, what is this? At Reed House and Gardens. This is all the fake food or the prop food, as it's called, faux food for the tables here for the museum. Good. Again, that shepherd's pie looked absolutely delicious. No question about that. So again, follow Darlie here at her website, darlie-newman.com. We thank her so much for sponsoring the Tri-State Traffic Show. All right, so what we will do now here, friends, is let's do this. We'll bring me back on camera. Hi. Now I got the microphone right in my face, so we'll do this. Let's just run down the incidents here because I think that's what we have time for in the next 7 to 8 minutes or so. Again, we know what massive delays are across the board. Broken down vehicle north on the Parkway. 2 left lanes are shut there. Camera, because that's a tight spot there as well. Dial that in here this morning. Camera doesn't work. Why would it? This 295 crash is still being cleared. Wow. 208 south getting into Fairlawn Avenue. We're busy with another crash being cleared. It's water main on 70 going east. Cherry Hill at Cuthbert Boulevard. You want to look for that. Let's just run down the New York because this will consolidate everything into one. Eastbound Southern at Straight Path. We may want to take a look at that. That just happened here about 10 minutes ago. 9 east of the Southern and Babylon, and lane is shut there. I wonder. No, that doesn't have anything to do with the 36 crash. And vehicle Route 85 is the water main. And the ramps to the Deegan off the eastbound Cross Bronx, and this is still being popped. But these things are 2 hours old, so we want to go here. Got to take a look at that Southern accident just to hopefully everyone is okay. our collision there. Highway, but this is the southern. Southern. That straight path. I don't see anything there. Tell which direction that's going. They usually put the direction in. Which way would that be going now? That's going east. Yeah. Hit there. This is 109. Ooh, what is that? Wow. Kind of a vehicle off the road. I don't know if this flat. I don't know what's going on here. Truck or something? Interesting. Right. So not a terrible impact to traffic, but you just need to be aware that is there. Let's bring it back into the city. I want to look at that. That stuff on the Cross Bronx is gone. Let's see at Undercliff. No, still there. Still right here, closing up this lane here with this vehicle and the Amazon Prime. So, yeah, that's to get onto the Deegan off the eastbound Cross Bronx. I think that's the reason, part of the reason why the George is still jacked. Charlie, let's see here now. Yeah, still well around the hour at the George. Same thing at the Lincoln, 20 to 30 there at the Holland. And again, I think that's part of the reason why is because of that Deegan situation there. I mean, look at all this red. I mean, this is red everywhere. Holy smokes. All right, let's go to the Connecticut incident pages, shall we? Delays 95, 32 to 24. We'll go 32 all the way down to like 5. I mean, there's just a ton of traffic. Merritt Parkway as well. 52 down through 31. Take. Wow. All right. So that's that. We'll run down transit here, and I think that's going to take us to the top of the hour. We're going to wrap up things here this morning. Let's dial this in. 8:56 departure from Summit is canceled because of mechanical issues. Bunch of delays here this morning. Avenue departure canceled. Mechanical 8:05 departure from Penn. 8:06 Trenton departure there is canceled because of equipment issues. Go to Path just to see what's cooking there. Nothing really. We will go to the MTA. Check in with our friends there. Local local express C and E, southbound C, 59th Street, the Columbus Circle. E trains expect, express from 42nd to the Port Authority bus terminal. All right, so we go to the rails now. They're on or close. There's still some 10 to 15 minute delays here through Atlantic Terminal from Ronkonkoma on the Ronkonkoma branch. All right, friends. So we've had a very, very good morning. So it's been a great conversation. I love these mornings when we get a lot of comments here. So please definitely join us tomorrow morning with the comments. I want to thank Alexandra, Anna, as always. Thank Big Rob Garden there. Good to see him, my friend. We got to get together real soon. It's been a long time since we've seen each other. Also, so all of our friends who are going to watch the replay eventually, leave some comments there, like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let's do the shameless plug here for the YouTube channel, but I guess you got to do these things, right? Not going to do itself, right? So let's just bring that back in. Again, follow us and like us here and subscribe to the channel. Tri-State Traffic Show here on YouTube. Certainly helps out myself and our chief meteorologist in training, Mr. Rocco, getting this thing up and off the ground. Again, we've been going for now, 4.5 months now, give or take, since May 9th. So we're trying to go for 200 subscribers and 200 shows. We'll see if we can push that number there. We got to 108, so that's good. So let's continue the upward progression. If you can, just please pass it along to all of your friends. Hopefully we get some of the students over at Rutgers to drop a subscribe there for the Tri-State Traffic Show. Would be amazing. So we thank everybody who's our 108 subscribers already. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for definitely joining us here and making this thing possible. But again, if you can pass it along to all of your friends, would be fantastic. Also like us on the Facebook page at Tri-State Traffic Show on Facebook. All right, so again, fun discussion there. I got a little high school football, got a little car action, so we'll see what the new Mustang will look like here coming up this evening. Let me do this because there we go, get a little more light on my face. So that will be exciting to see what the new Mustang looks like later on this evening. I'm kind of excited for that. And they haven't really done a whole lot with the Mustang over the last 10 years or so. I like the outside of the body style, but the inside has always been just really problematic for me. It just doesn't look right. So hopefully maybe we'll get some nice screens in there. And for a while there, I know Justin's getting ready to go on a paternity leave here. So number 2 is he or she is on its way very shortly. Better than I, is more of a Mustang guy, but they used to have a glass roof option for the Mustang, which I thought was really cool. Way before the Teslas and everything else, everyone has these big panoramic roofs. The Mustang had one, but then they took it out for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, so we'll update you on all that and all the traffic information tomorrow morning. So have a wonderful Wednesday, everybody. Get out and enjoy this just gorgeous weather. And we also have to thank James for the forecast. So again, congratulations, my friend, for your TV debut. If you want to call this TV, it's YouTube, but I guess it is in this deal, whatever, in the world we're in now. So thank you, James, doing a great job there in the Weather Center. All right, so again, have a wonderful Wednesday. Drive safely, and we'll see